Matt Zeller has unique insight into this issue. As a young officer in the chaos of a firefight in Afghanistan back in 2008, his life was literally saved by an Afghan translator. With the US about to pull out of Afghanistan, that clock is ticking, the backlog is huge. What are the real risks for those who worked with Americans and others in Afghanistan?
Michael, it's as simple as this. If we don't get them out of Afghanistan now, they're going to die. If they catch these people after we're gone, they're going to murder them. And they don't just kill them, they kill their family members too. In 1975 and in 1996, respectively, we were able to evacuate our Vietnamese and Kurdish allies to Guam, where they were able to reside in safety while we were able to process their visa applications. We need to do that now in Afghanistan while we still can and there's still time. We don't have time to wait until all the US troops are out or until we've fixed the visa system. These people are gonna die if we don't do this now. We need to start the evacuation as soon as people see this interview.
So tonight, what is your direct message for President Biden?
Oh, it's real simple. Sir, we built you a bipartisan coalition. You're an administration that touts itself as a defender and a champion of human rights. Well, we've given you a bipartisan solution. You've got people like Ron Johnson and Patrick Leahy, who don't agree on anything, agreeing on this. You've got veterans groups, human rights organizations, faith-based organizations telling you that if we don't save these people, there is going to be a human rights disaster. Crimes against humanity will be committed and they'll be broadcast live for the world to see.
What are you hoping to hear from President Biden tomorrow? And do you have any expectations about what you will hear?
I hope he says the words, we're going to get them to Guam. Guam is the best place to bring these people. What we don't want him to say is that we're going to move them to some third country that we have to negotiate a refugee camp that might, end up being there in perpetuity.
Given that I don't see anybody lined up on the other side of the argument, what is the holdup here?
We're told it's the Department of Homeland Security. We're told it's career officials who want to do that whole, oh, we can't bring them here, they might be bad people. This is an administration that champions itself as a defender of human rights. Well, here it is. Here's one of those moments that we are all raised on as children, that if we fail to do this, mass murder is going to take place. And we have all of the means to prevent it. We just now need the courage and conviction to do the right thing.
I'm curious to hear your reaction of this consequential speech by the American president. Didn't run from it. He owned it. He owned his decision. He owned the fact that, as he put it, the buck stops with him.
I hope he gets to own their deaths too. I feel like I watched a different speech than the rest of you guys. I was appalled. There was such a profound, bold-faced lie in that speech. The idea that we planned for every contingency. I have been personally trying to tell this administration since it took office. I've been trying to tell our government for years that this was coming. We sent them plan after plan on how to evacuate these people. Nobody listened to us. They didn't plan for the evacuation of our Afghan wartime allies. They're trying to conduct it now at the 11th hour. We had all the people and equipment in place to be able to save these people months ago, and we did nothing. But these are our people. We made these people a promise. The Taliban are now actively killing them. And if we don't take them, they're going to die. And that's the thing, is we have the means to do this. We have just simply lacked this entire time the courage and conviction to do the right thing. And I am not going to sit and listen to a president that I voted for. I was happy that this man took office. I'm now appalled at that speech. I'm not going to sit here and have him lie to the American people. No. I'm not going to let them get away with this. We have to take these people. If we don't take these people now, they're going to die. And by the way, Richard's right. Processing these visas is pointless. We have a biometrics database. We should be using it to verify their service. If they're in the database, it means that at some point they served with the United States. The Taliban is certainly using that database. They're using it as a hit list because they stole the database and the technology that one can use to access it. And I'll never forgive my country for doing this. I know exactly what every Vietnam veteran has been warning me about now.
Matt, I mentioned earlier the Wall Street Journal reporting that the Afghan interpreter who helped then Senator Joe Biden and others back in 2008 is now stranded in Afghanistan and wanting help. What needs to be done to help allies like that still in the country, or in your estimation, is it too late?
At this point, I hate to say it, but their fate really lays with the Taliban. We need to convince the Taliban not to kill them. I don't have a lot of confidence in those efforts coming to fruition. I think the only fate that these people have, if there's any positive fate, is the idea that the U.S. in some clandestine, some covert means continues to try to facilitate their extraction.